Visitors to the Caucasus Mountains often report dizziness, chest pressure, and uncontrollable fear. This curse is centered on dolmens, over 3,000 megalithic structures from the Bronze Age. Mainstream science calls them burial complexes. However, this fails to explain the impossible engineering. 25-ton roof slabs and monolithic dolmens carved from single 100-ton boulders. They were built using hydraulic wooden wedges to fracture stone. This indicates a technology far beyond simple tombs. But the conventional history is not the real story. The theories explaining their true purpose are far more complex. And the final one is the most shocking of all. This impossible engineering suggests a function far more complex. The first alternative theory proposes these structures were active centers of power. This study posits the dolmen was a model of the universe. The roof was the sky world, a place for sacrifices to the sun and fire. The chamber below was the gateway to the underworld of ancestors. But this wasn't just a church. Evidence suggests they were sacred hospitals. It's hypothesized that the dolmens themselves create energy fields that could have a positive or negative effect on a person. This means the dolmen wasn't a passive stone box. It was an active tool for healing or perhaps even magical rituals. This is supported by finds of bird sculptures at the sites. The iconic round hole was the key, a symbolic portal large enough to crawl through. This was a ritual of rebirth, or the gateway for the sick to receive the dolmen's power. This is supported by their alignment. Many are set on a perfect east-west axis, proving they were built to track the sun, acting as ancient stone calendars. But this machine may have had a much larger and far more terrifying purpose. Another, even more startling theory views the dolmens as components in a global infrastructure based on acoustic physics. They were not isolated structures, but synchronous resonators, amplifiers, in a network that included the pyramids. This network used infrasound, waves below 16 Hertz, so low you can't hear them, but you feel them. Because infrasound travels through dense media like ground and water with almost no loss, it was the perfect medium for transcontinental communication. This is supported by their placement on tectonic fault lines, where they draw and amplify the planet's natural energy. However, this power could be weaponized. By modulating the frequency, the network could induce nausea, panic, and acute fear, the exact symptoms reported by visitors, acting as a perfect tool for psychoacoustic social control. On a larger scale, this system could be used to trigger artificial earthquakes, turning their own energy grid into the ultimate weapon. This leads to the question of who built this network. This theory posits the builders were an advanced civilization, the Vedruses, who foresaw a cataclysm and built the dolmens as systems for the eternal storage of wisdom. The method of storage is Somati, not death, but a state of conscious conservation where an individual slows their metabolism to a near stop, preserving their living knowledge for millennia. The dolmen is the Somati capsule. Its massive sealed quartz-bearing structure provides energy isolation, shielding the Somati consciousness from external energetic noise. The wisdom is also imprinted directly into the crystalline lattice of the stone itself, turning the dolmen into a crystalline memory. Therefore, access is not mechanical. It is protected by a conscious filter, available only to those who approach with a specific purity of consciousness or vibrational frequency. Physical contact is just a catalyst. The real connection is telepathic or a resonant reading of the stone's memory. This brings us back to the fear. If the dolmens are capsules of wisdom, why the terror? Clinical analysis provides a starkly different answer to the curse. The symptoms experienced, dizziness, tachycardia, chest pressure, and acute panic, are the classic signs of a panic attack. This phenomenon is likely triggered by the nocebo effect. The expectation of harm causes real, physical symptoms. A visitor, primed by tales of curses, enters a state of high alert, and the brain's fight-or-flight response is triggered. Historically, narratives of a curse also served as a powerful social control mechanism, preventing the desecration of sacred burial sites. researchers caution that the true danger is not a curse. It's ignoring real symptoms, blaming energy for what could be a vascular problem, a migraine, or a neurological disorder is the greatest risk of all. So, in the end, what are these stones? Are they just ancient burial sites? And all the strange feelings people get are simply in their minds? Or are they something more? Perhaps they are dormant machines, filled with lost wisdom, healing energy, or even power. We have the conventional story, but the other story, the one about impossible technology, is still waiting to be decoded. The stones keep their secrets. What you choose to believe is up to you.